extra towel. I drip dry.
She drip dry.
Welcome to the Drip Dry Podcast, where we let it all hang out. I'm your girl, Jasmine Christine.
I'm Faith Marie.
And I am Maya Monet.
We are three best friends, women of color, and we are just here to share our life of 30s. Yes. It never gets easier. Never gets easier. The more we say it does not get easier.
I was so shocked. I was like,
yeah.
It never gets easier. Never.
Not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm so 16.
and about to be 31. Like,
No, don't say
Come
that.
on now.
Y'all about to be 31. I ain't.
She got like a whole nother year, bro.
I almost threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Remember they used to be
Just
like,
to
you
swallow
still
it back.
young, you still a baby. And you used to be like, oh, I can't wait till I'm older. Psych, I changed my mind.
I want to go back.
Take
I want
me
to go
back.
back.
Take
nope, don't
back
want it.
Me back.
Please.
I want to go back. Take me.
Throwing it back. We've made it to episode 9.
Episode 9.
So cheers.
The fact that we're still keeping track of how many episodes is
At what
crazy.
point do we not? At what point do we not?
Probably past 10.
Okay.
Probably
Bet.
past
Deal.
10. Surely.
Bet. But if you've been following us and this is not your first time, you already know each episode we have a drink of choice. It may be alcoholic, it may not be, but
It's always been.
it's been alcoholic each time.
So good. Why
We
change it?
just got life
change
going
it?
on. So
We only drink on the weekends, and that's when we film. So we
That's
might as well have a little
Period.
bevy.
So this episode we are drinking Stella Rosa. It's the green apple flavor. This is my first time drinking it. Have either of you drank this?
I have not, but I can taste the green apple. I didn't realize it was green apple.
Yes.
I was
I like this brand. This is just the flavor that I've never tried, so I thought it would be a good one to do. For
Yeah,
this
it
episode.
like tastes like if a green Jolly Rancher melted into the wine. Like that's what it tastes like. It's good.
It's giving green Jolly.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And I don't
that
even
tastes
like
so
white
good.
wines very much. But this is like
This
good.
tastes
Obviously, I'm like almost done.
So
with it.
good.
Yeah,
That's her second glass.
Oh my god!
it is.
If you want a nice wine that's like really smooth, has a really good flavor, I feel like this could pair well with anything.
Oh yeah, this is good.
This is
This
it.
is good.
Yes, absolutely,
Very
for
good.
sure. Episode 9, we are talking about dating, and I feel like this was about to get real, like,
Yeah. We kind of already touched on it a little bit, but
Yes.
this is like going more in depth of dating. Dating when you're single, dating when you're married. It's different dating when you were younger versus dating now.
Okay. 'Cause it's
Completely
definitely-
different.
Completely different.
completely different.
Baby, take me to,
Dating,
get this
I
pizza.
guess, like naturally, where you just become like your friends and then you turn into a relationship versus like meeting on like dating
That don't
apps
happen
or
no more.
bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's.
I'm
Yes.
ready. So one thing I did want to talk about, because I saw someone on TikTok, and I don't know if they're like a relationship coach person or not, but a lot of their videos talk about relationships and finding someone and being on dating apps and things like that. But dating apps is definitely more of a new era, new thing. Like dating apps was not always there, so you were either going to a bar, going to a club, going to a restaurant, and you just see somebody and you end up talking with them. Do you think it's better to organically meet someone out or go on a dating app and you get to kind of like, I don't want to say pick and choose, but you're kind of like, okay, I see what you're offering. Yeah, like I see what you're offering. I can maybe even do a little bit of research on my own before I'm like, okay, let me reach out to this person.
Organic is always the best way. I think the spontaneity of meeting someone and getting to know them and vibing with that person one-on-one, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe all the time.
It is a vibe.
It's a vibe
I've done both. I will say
vibe?
I've done both. I've met people organically, and I've also been on dating apps and stuff like that. And I think that organic is better just because personally I like to be friends with somebody before I'm very much about like knowing who they are before
I feel like you get to feel them out more without it being automatically like, oh, I'm trying to date this person.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally see if you were initially trying to date that person.
But is it harder to be somebody's friend and then turn into like, I want to date you?
No.
It could be. I mean, I could see it being that, but I've never been put in that position where they didn't like me back, or if I knew they wouldn't like me back, I just never went there in the first place. Because I don't like rejection.
But see, I think that goes into. I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off. You're fine. I feel like that goes into when like people are like having a good gauge, having a good flirt meter, like knowing when a guy's flirting or knowing when, you know, picking up cues and flirting back. A good flirt to hard to get ratio. You know?
I love it.
It's like
a good flirt.
It's a sport.
I do like a flirt, but it's like I always would get attached, so I hated like flirting a little too much, because if I knew that person, even if like at a bar. Like I've met guys at bars like when I was single, and I would like really flirt with them, and they were giving it back to me, and then I would get like all excited, and I don't
go home.
And then, it's time to go home. Like I can't. No, you smoke cigarettes.
I was always.
It's time to go home.
Like, it's fun. Like like when I was saying it's fun. Yeah, we're having a good time. All right, bye. Like I was there. Yeah. Like, wait, you ain't gonna get me on the no. Bye. No, it's fun. Thank you.
I'm dead.
When I was like, and I will say like high school, like early high school, I struggle with it, like getting attached. Like, oh no, I want this to be more. I want this to be more. I don't know what made me, but at some point I was like, I felt like I needed to make myself okay with not getting the guy, or not. I felt like it was a part of the game. In order for me to sharpen my skills in this game, I have to be 100% okay if it doesn't work, because that's really how you trick them. Otherwise, they can tell that it's the energy of somebody really wanting to get like you. Y'all, have you ever been in a store or something and it's a thirsty ass motherfucker and you could feel them staring at you, and you're trying everything in your power to not make eye contact with them. Like, please let me just get out of here. I know.
I actually have a story about that. Ooh. I went down to Main Street when they had 212 open, the club. And when I was there, I like was kind of dancing by the front door, whatever. Like I did not want to be there, but whoever I was with, I don't even remember. I was like dancing with them, whatever. And then the bouncer was like, "Hey, you look like you need a drink." And he made me a drink from whoever like was in the VIP area that had a bunch of stuff laid out. He like made me a drink. I watched him make it. And it was like really strong. It was really disgusting. I took like 2 sips of it. I was like, thank you. And he even said like, oh, you're not going to dance with me, or like you're not going to give me something back because I just did something for you.
No. First of all, you're a bouncer. Like, you're supposed to be working, sir.
Right. I was like,
you're supposed to be bouncing.
I was like, before I tell your boss.
I was like, no, I'm good. Ha ha. And then we ended up leaving. Well, tell me why. I worked at Walmart at the time. I was so young. I worked at Walmart at the time, and I was literally like just clocked in the back. And I'm walking out with my little vest on and everything, and all I hear is, hey, aren't you that girl from the club? And I turn around and it's that guy. It's the bouncer. And I'm like,
he was thinking
it wasn't me. Okay. It wasn't me. No. And I like ran to the front. I was
it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't not you finding me.
She threw a shaggy on him. It was
like I had just walked out of the break room, so he must have just seen me. And mind you, this was like 8 a.m. I was like, no fucking.
You know what it was?
Stalker vibe.
You know what it was?
What?
That ass.
Oh. That ass, though.
I can never hide it. I be trying to hide it, and I can't hide it.
Can't hide nothing.
The blue vest
that
still shows it. Damn, Gina, damn.
Dating apps aren't.
Yeah, what's your take on it?
Lucky. I haven't been lucky on dating apps. Tried it. Tried the Bumble. Tried the Facebook. The Tinder. The BLK app.
Oh, I haven't even heard of that one.
I've tried a couple. I'm of course I'm willing to date outside of my race.
Have you
but
always been? Like at one point,
I would say yes, because when I
was
was in like elementary, middle school, I had a lot of crushes on white boys that were in my school.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say I've always, if you look good, you just look good.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
It is what it is. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted
Looking
to you. It
good
doesn't
is
really
not
matter.
Hallelujah.
Here.
There's no discrimination.
So yeah, I never had a problem with like, oh, I'm only gonna date black guys, or I'm only gonna date, but
I have.
Really?
Yes. I've always, I would say, like, since I even started liking boys, I think I was in like the 4th grade is when I feel like I remember having crushes. That's just when I remember. Probably not when it started, but when I remember having a crush, it was like he was a white boy and he had freckles all over his face and he was redhead, and I thought he was the cutest boy I've ever seen in my life. He had little buck teeth. It was so cute. I thought he was so cute.
Like the dude off Mad TV, the little face with the red hair and the freckles and the gap. And
Yes, that's exactly what he looked like. From that moment, I was like, I like white boys. White boys are my thing. They're my jam. I love them. I love my white boys. And then my first boyfriend was a black man. And I am the one person that will say I went back.
She was like,
I went black and then I went back. And it's honestly, I feel like I would have stayed with him if some other things weren't happening. But yeah, but after that, I was like, I'm just going to stick with my white dudes. I think that's what's best for me. And I don't know. I think I've always just been attracted to white men. But as I get older, the more I can appreciate other races. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, everybody's beautiful. But when I was like really set and trying to find my mate, if you will, or somebody that I would be with for a long time, it was always like a white man. Like I knew that I was going to marry a white man. I was going to have white babies. Like I knew.
Mm-hmm. But I think that also can be because like your mom's side of the family, when you look at them growing up, they're not white, but they're Italian. That's what you've seen since birth.
That's true. That's true. But my mom has always been into like dark-skinned black men. Yes, like my dad was like a full big Puerto Rican man, and then my dad now he's a black man. My sisters are black. Yeah, she's always been into like dark-skinned men. And another thing, I think I've never been into black men because I was kind of traumatized by them. Since I've had a body of a woman since I was 12 years old, they like all the catcalling.
I can see that.
We lived in very like rural areas. We didn't have a lot of money back.
That can be scary,
and it was. And in 4th grade, I think it was, I almost got abducted by a man. Like it was really scary. It's a whole story. Yeah, and he was a black man. Like I vividly remember what he looks like, and I think that just is where
in your mind
sometimes it just makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. And I tried to like talk to men like whenever I was single. I never like looked at race like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you because you're black. Like I always gave it a chance, but there was just something about it that just didn't sit right with me. Like I just knew that it wasn't. Yeah.
They're a little bit more aggressive.
But you guys have always wanted black men?
Not necessarily.
I don't want to say I've always wanted a black man. I will say I've loved the idea of black love. Because it was something that was so at sometimes torn down. Or you didn't see it as often. And if you did see it, it was like a hidden gem. So it was kind of something that was like, ooh, I would love to contribute to that. Yeah. I don't want to say cause, but you're like, I want to find black love. That sounds like something to be admired.
Yeah.
You want to be in that number.
Yeah. But I will say that I do have a thing for dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay,
I totally have a thing for dark chocolate. Like Idris Elba. My ex-husband, he was dark skinned.
Yeah.
Just I like that dark chocolate, which is funny because I'm not a chocolate eater person. Like, I'm not just somebody who like goes and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Hershey bar. Like,
I don't like white chocolate.
It's not.
I will never
thing.
eat it. No.
yes.
I don't like
Give
chocolate
me a
in general.
Hershey's bar, cookies and cream.
But I found the
Hershey's
whitest
bar.
man on planet Earth, and
There
I
you
was
go,
like,
girl.
that one.
The bald one.
Yes, the bald white man.
Elijah
That's what I
shit,
want.
He be
Black
doing
where
his
it counts.
He do.
He be
He's
doing
just
his
a dope
thing.
ass individual. Like, he is all about the people. I feel like Elijah and I have a lot in common in that sense. Like, we are the two people in the back, and I'm like, no, E, go ahead, because he's always gonna make sure everybody in the room is okay.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. He like, no, good, you go. I'm like, no, you go.
Yeah.
You know, you can make it. It's
Yes.
like we be fighting to take care of everybody
Yes.
else in the room, because he do so much behind the scenes and grabbing this and getting this. Oh, let me get you this. Oh, you need some of this. Oh, you running out. And I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, let me. No, it's my turn. Damn
Yeah.
it. You always.
It's funny. I feel like our tribe is like that.
We are.
We're very
Collective.
much. I don't want to say people pleasers, but we're very much like
I got your back.
everybody needs to be having a good time.
Yeah.
Not just me.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that about us. Okay, so like a couple months ago, I don't want to say a couple, it's like at least 6 months ago or so, there was a list that went around of, I'm assuming it was all women that made this list of places they would not go on a first date.
Ugh.
Like that was either just, it was a bad idea or they just refused, like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And it went viral. I mean, it was on the news. It was very hard for you to not hear somebody mention that throughout your day. And I remember looking at the list and I was like, there's probably at least 5 things on this list that I agree with, and then some other stuff I just kind of like don't care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if we go there, cool.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that up because we never talked about it like together to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go through what it is. So let's see, there's about like 28 on here, so I'm gonna kind of go a little bit faster. But these are again places that they would not want to or refuse to go to on a first date.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chains, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night like Netflix, Hulu, like that included, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, or sports events. Now, I am not going to lie. There are at least 5 things on this list that I am in totally agreement with, because to me, it doesn't make sense to do that. And maybe it's just because of my beliefs is like what you should be doing on a first date and things like that, and safety reasons.
Yeah, for sure. I'm assuming this is like you don't know the person and you're going on a first date. This is a very
first date. Like, of course, you've
not like it's a friend.
To this person. No, it's not a friend. Like, you maybe met them on the dating app, or maybe this is somebody like they're your friend, and maybe you're just introducing them to me. Yeah, you're like, hey, I think you guys would work really well together. Yeah. So this is like your very first date, not saying that you guys are friends at all. The things that I'm like, yes, this totally makes sense to, I would not do this. Going to a family function.
Not doing it.
I shouldn't be meeting your family and we're just now getting to know each other. I can understand where some people are like, oh, maybe it's going to give me more comfortable with the person. So I'm not somewhere where I'm, by myself and I feel a little bit more safer. But
after we've been dating for 2 years.
I don't think I should be meeting your family and we're just going on our first date where I'm trying to get to know you and things like that. So I just,
I disagree.
X and A on the family.
You would want them to meet your family on a first date.
Like this is your first time meeting them.
Whenever I was dating, especially when I met Elijah, I did not know Elijah. Mm-hmm. When he was asking me like, I want to hang out with you, I want to go do something with you, we started talking about going on a first date. My first thing was come over to my house. Come over to my house and meet my parents. But I just
she knew she wanted to marry.
I mean, I just knew by looking at him. Like before we even went on our first date, I had told my mom I'm gonna marry him. So maybe this was a little bit different.
Yeah, that's also the thing that we were talking about, dating online and meeting people online first, which is what majority of today is.
Yeah,
versus meeting somebody like at church or knowing them from somewhere else. Like, I think that plays a part in it. Like, because if she met somebody on Plenty of Fish, she would not be like, yeah, come on, be my
Well, I will say, like, I would have had to have been, like, talking to the person for a while, like, messaging them. Like, I feel comfortable enough to bring you around my family. But my biggest thing when dating was, you need to know how important my family is to me. If you don't flow in my family at all, then I don't even want to continue on with this relationship at all.
If you don't flow, you don't go.
So, like, when me and Elijah were talking about our first date, I was like, well, you can come see me in my play, and then afterwards you can come over to my house. And that's when he met my parents for the first time. Like, he met them and then they went away. It wasn't like we hung out. But if we were having like a family reunion, I'd be like, hey, I'm having a family reunion and there's gonna be lots of food, there's gonna be a lot of people to hang out with. I
could never do that. I could never do that, because I would never want to be in that situation, in my, like, me being the person that was like, hey, I'm inviting you to this and I'm going somewhere. That, to me, then I feel really out of place, because now I know nobody here and there's a lot of people here, and now I feel like I feel like I can't really get to know you, because now you want to hang out with all your friends and family and cousins and them. It's like, so
that would show me how they are.
So much equated with them to be like, okay,
I
and then this doesn't work out. Now
I'd be more okay with going and meeting their family than them coming to meet mine. I'd be okay with going to a family function and me just sitting back and like watching how he interacts.
No, I don't want to do that on the first date. I'm so the opposite.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it.
I want to kick it with your mama now.
What? With your mama now?
Oh, Lord.
The problem is they're going to love me, and then if something happens or you do me wrong, that's going to suck for you.
Your cousin probably going to try to get my number on the side in the parking lot while you playing basketball.
Hi.
Lord help.
This generally how it goes.
Let me see the other one.
Yeah, what's your other one?
It's probably people. That's what I've seen.
Let me see. I'm looking at the list.
One of mine was a buffet. Do not fucking take me to a buffet. When I think buffet, though, I think like Golden Corral. Oh, no. Absolutely
you can
not.
take me to a American buffet.
To me,
To
me, the food part doesn't matter.
I guess not, but I don't know.
Because there are some really nice upscale buffets. Like when you go to like a casino and stuff, those are more upscale buffets. So to me, I don't want to say if it's a buffet, I don't want to go. To me, it's the experience, and if I'm actually going to get to know you while I'm there. I don't want to just go to do something just to go and do something.
There just has to be.
I want to know I'm going to get to know you.
I just feel like when you suggest a buffet, you're being cheap. And not that you need to spend a lot of money on me, but that's like you purposefully putting it out there. I don't want to spend a lot of money on you, so we're going to a buffet.
You know what I think?
To me, that part doesn't matter.
And to me, I'm thinking, baby, you is economical.
See, I'm just thinking like first impressions. Like first impressions, a first date, you should want to go out. Like, show me how badly you want me.
Right, but then I can't do that if I'm going to your family function. What am I paying for?
No, I feel like you still could.
She means person wise, not even money wise. Just from the person's standpoint, she wants to see how you interact, how you are with your family.
That part I can see, but I can't see that you're willing to spend. If she's not around your
family, then show me what's the best thing you're bringing to the table. Because family is the most important to her. She's not really worried about the money. Money is important.
That part, I get
but
that.
Family is the most important. Yeah. So that's her option A. But if we're going to go on a date, you need to show me what how, and it's not even about the money. Like, we can go on a picnic and then we can go to.
That's what I'm saying. The money part or what food we're gonna eat. Because if you're gonna go on a picnic, you're still going to have things that aren't expensive. You're not about to roll out with a steak and lobster.
No, if he asked me to go on a picnic, then you're putting in the work to make a nice picnic.
That's what I was going to say. I think you're saying the effort
you
matters.
Just want the effort.
I want the effort.
Not like you're willing to spend Or
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Because you could just pay for a $20 buffet no matter what I get. But if you take me to a restaurant and I order steak, you're telling me I can order steak and you'll pay for it. Not I could get whatever I want at a buffet and you know it's going to be the same price. Like, again, like, money doesn't matter, but, like, when I hear buffet, I specifically hear
White Castles.
I don't give a shit about you. This is just what I can afford. Like, that's, I don't know. A buffet is, like, it's weird to me. I don't know.
But I feel like I could go to Applebee's and spend the same amount that you would spend at a buffet.
Take me to Applebee's. That's another one.
I wouldn't mind going to Applebee's. The only reason why I'm saying these things as far as what restaurants I wouldn't mind going to is because to me, I do get the side of the man side of, well, if I'm spending all this money on you and then what if you're just doing this to
get some food,
just get some
free
food
meal,
or just get a free date?
Or what if the date's just not good?
Right. So I understand that part, but I also understand the fact of like where women are like, well, yeah, even if you do pay for my dinner or you do take me to do something nice, I don't have to give you sex at the end of the night. Where a lot of men are like, I just spent my time, my money, my resources. You spent
$300 on me, I'm not gonna give you sex at the end.
Correct. And I completely agree with that, but I understand where the man's mind is of,
he went into it with the wrong intentions anyways. If that was the
correct, so I try to put those things together, and that's why a lot of times for me, when I do go on a first date with somebody, I'm like, I don't mind paying
for myself
50-50, and I pay for myself.
Okay, but let's think about yourself. Okay.
Because I don't want you to be able to say,
that's fine.
I paid for you, so you're not going to come back to my house. You're not going to do X, Y, and Z. No, I paid for myself.
No, that's fine. I think first date you could go half and half, or, the guy could pay. But I like to be courted, so you should pay for everything. And also, I'm thinking of this list as a 30-year-old woman, as if I am not married and I'm going to date right now. If I was going to date right now, and you take me to fucking Applebee's, I'm sorry, no.
Really?
No. On a first date in my 30s?
Yeah.
No, that's like once we're comfortable and you just want to like eat and drink.
But see, to me, I'm more,
Applebee's is like the drive-through in my opinion.
See, I'm more of, I would rather
sit down and talk. All I want to do is feel it out. Is this gonna work or no? Can I deal with you? Because you could spend a whole bunch of money and like, this is not it. So you're wasting my time.
But see, I'd rather just like go to a nicer restaurant, like Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm not dressing up.
Buffalo Wild Wings is nicer than Applebee's.
Yes. Hell no.
No, ma'am.
It's not.
Are you kidding
to me,
me?
those are equal.
B-Dubs is way nicer than Applebee's in my opinion.
They don't even have a pasta.
They at least cook it and they don't microwave it.
It tastes the same. I hate Buffalo Wild Wings.
To me,
I don't like
Applebee's and Buffalo Wild Wings are equal.
I think Applebee's is the same as McDonald's.
No.
It's just in a restaurant style.
She crazy.
No, Applebee's is
getting to
it got to be reaching her brain.
No,
that Buffalo Wild Wings is literally a sports bar. That's like saying you think
I would rather go to
Ew. But that's what it's like saying. Buffalo Wild Wings is a sports bar.
That's
what it is. But I would rather sit at a bar and like talk with you and get to know you than you like give me trash food on top of it.
You don't like Apple? I'm really feeling disrespectful on Applebee's behalf.
No, it's fucking nasty.
Applebee's behalf. On the behalf.
I used to not mind it when I was no. When we were in college, like I didn't mind Applebee's. It was cheap. It was fried foods. It was good. It hits what it needs to hit.
When you be saying cheap, I be thinking like this shit is like $5.99.
Yeah, that's cheap.
That's Applebee's.
No, Applebee's is not $5.99.
It's not.
Now, what I be getting
$40 to $50.
Ew, for that trash food. No.
I will say Applebee's isn't like the best of the best, but I will say as far as this list and the different places to go to, I'm not a big person on how much is it costing you. I'm more of, did you put thought into it?
Exactly.
Are you taking me to a restaurant
and the effort
that
and the money?
I would actually like to go?
We live in St. Louis. Why are you taking me to fucking Applebee's?
There's shit else to do.
No, there is. We live in St. Louis.
You're right. There are tons of other places you can go.
Let's get a Groupon. Get on Groupon and find a nice restaurant to take me.
This the thing, though. I will say this. I will say this. I feel like it will make the date go better if you took me somewhere I've never been before.
Yeah.
Because I would feel like, you're teaching me something new, or have you been here before, or did you just want to take me to somewhere new so we could experience something new together? I would say that would be great.
See, and if he talked to me, he would know I would not like Applebee's. Don't fucking take me there.
So that's what I'm saying. No, don't take her somewhere.
Don't take her to Applebee's.
That
Elijah, you better
not gonna like.
No motherfucking Applebee's.
He don't like Applebee's. I think it was him that started me on this.
There you go.
It is.
Hate
we
of
used
Applebee's.
to love Applebee's.
No, that was college days. That was before my gut turned 30.
Oh Lord.
My gut turned 30 and so did my wallet, and it was like Applebee's ain't so bad. Applebee's okay.
I'd rather just go to McDonald's if I'm gonna eat like shit.
No.
That non-aging food.
No, I couldn't.
Applebee's is the same to me.
It's not though.
That
chicken penne pasta. I'm so hurt and offended for that pasta.
One other place I wouldn't want to go that was on this list is the movies.
I wouldn't like that either.
I can't get to know you at the movies.
Yeah, we can't talk.
We're on a first date to the movies.
I'm not saying that I haven't,
but I knew the person.
But I didn't like it.
But it's different. I knew the person. Like I knew them from church. I knew, like so it's
so
different.
That's different.
Yeah, I already
spoken to them before.
It was Valentine's Day. Guess who it was? I don't even want to say.
Nope, don't do it.
Because you know
don't
who
do
it.
Do not do that. Do not do
that.
They
know who it was too, but I ain't gonna say it.
Keep that in the background. I wouldn't want to do the movies because, especially if it's a true first date, I can't get to know you.
Yeah, I agree. No movies.
And
first date.
Maybe this is just in St. Louis, but I feel like majority of the guys that do a first date at the movies, they want to get all handsy, and it's like,
touch me.
Why are we doing this? Because
no.
Keep your paws to yourself.
Yep.
Period. I would not want to go to your house. I've tried that before. It's a bad idea.
In our 30s,
very bad idea.
That's a no.
I don't like that because it sounds like Netflix and chill. Yeah, when that was the other one. I don't want to Netflix and chill with you on a first date.
Where a girl had. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to smack him. I apologize.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, so the girl had posted a conversation of her and a guy, and he was like, yeah, so why don't you just come to my house and we could Netflix and chill? And then she was like, no, how about we meet somewhere public or we go somewhere? And he was like, I just feel like this. Girl, it was the way he tried to gaslight her.
Yes, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get her out of actually planning something.
No, they're just trying to get laid.
And he was like, I feel like trying to just get sex, and it's like extra. I feel like this
because they don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
And again, it's not about money, but the thing is,
spend money on yourself.
You could definitely say, maybe I don't want to spend money on the first date, because I know some guys that are very much like, I've taken girls on lavish dates. I've taken them on very expensive dinners.
Yeah, and they weren't worth it.
The girls didn't even want to call back, text back, go on the next date. So you feel upset. You're like, I just spent $150 taking you on a date, getting you flowers, getting you, what would make you feel appreciated. And then you didn't call me afterwards. You didn't want to, go on another date. So it feels like I just spent $150 for nothing. So I totally understand where the guys come from with that. And so that's why I'm like, that first date doesn't have to be expensive, but I think it should be something that it's very thought out. Like don't take me somewhere that obviously I don't like. So for her, don't take her to Applebee's on a first date. She doesn't like Applebee's.
She don't like that shit.
You have to do something that would make sense for the person you're going on a date with. I think something that is also thoughtful, but also somewhere where I'm going to actually get to know you.
Yeah.
If I'm going on a date, I should be getting to know you so I can feel like at the end of this date, I cannot wait for the next date because I know it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to get to know you more. We're going to create memories. So that's why some of these things on the list, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So like to me, family functions, I don't think that's a good idea. Going to your house, not a good idea. The movies, not a good idea.
Your church.
Some things, somebody kind of.
I'm not going to your church, bro.
Yeah, church. Unless I like already know you, but not like Let me go and meet you at church for the first time.
That's
no.
it. Yeah.
I would
know
only,
you,
I know you from my church.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, we can meet up after church and go get lunch after church. I'll sit next to you at church. That makes sense. But
them days used to be so fun.
Back in the day. But the gym. I heard some people side on it.
Interesting.
If you met that guy at the gym.
Yeah.
So this was a guy that was lifting weights somewhere else in the gym, saw you, came over, talked to you.
Like, hey, baby.
Hey, I'm going to meet you on Thursday night at the gym.
Yeah.
After the gym, let's go.
Get some ice cream.
Yeah. Grab a protein shake and go sit at the park. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But
when I leave the gym, I want ice cream.
I met you outside of the gym, and our first date is us going to the gym.
Yeah,
when I'm at the gym, I want to have my headphones on. I don't want to be talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. I'm nasty.
But also, like, I feel like I need to show off, and I don't.
What you doing, girl?
She trying to do them extra squats.
No,
She trying to get that ass.
The clothes I wear make it look like I'm fit a little bit, or I'm thick with it. No,
she thick with it.
I squat one time, and I'm like,
my hamstring.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't want to do that on a first date.
I'm medulla. I
pull my medulla oblongata. The other two were somewhere that requires a long drive and a nightclub.
So you can kill me.
Right, long drive to me.
Chop me up, put me in a body bag.
Yeah, no, I watch too much true crime for that.
I just feel like if I'm going somewhere that takes a long drive, when it's time to leave, if I've gone somewhere with you and I'm drinking,
I'm tired, bro.
That's not safe for me to drive back home if I've been drinking. Right. So that's probably not a good idea. And then you're going to want to, let me, whether it's I'll call you an Uber or I'll drive you home. That's still not a good idea either. Which I'm also not big on, you come pick me up and take me on the date. Back in the day, they used to be like, "Oh my God, you're being so chivalrous. You're coming to pick me up for my date."
That was back
That's not safe.
But that was back when you was meeting friends of friends, like it was mutual friends, and like
it was
true. But even then, some people were doing it. It was like you met them for the first time at a bar, and the next time they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up." No, you're not coming to pick me up because if I need to leave because I feel unsafe, I need to leave. Second of all, I got a kid.
Waiting outside
emergency happens. I gotta go. Yeah. I'm not gonna stay nowhere I don't want to be and feel like I have to stay there. Now, I mean, we do have Ubers now, so I could always call myself an Uber, but it's still like,
who wants to be that?
No, when I want to go, I want to be able to grab my keys and walk away.
Yeah,
gotta go.
So
gotta go right
somewhere
now.
where it's driving far, that's not a good idea. And going to a nightclub. No. I can't talk to you in a nightclub. I can barely talk to y'all when we go.
And that's a big red flag. Like, why are you taking me to a nightclub on our first date?
I would meet somebody at a nightclub.
Meeting somebody and planning on a first date to
go planning to on a first date to go. Yeah, not a good idea.
Me at the club, because that's why I'm the shit at the club.
But I can't get to know you.
Well,
so all I'm going to do is dance on you.
I'm not dating to marry.
When you think about it, you meet people in the club all the time. Like, you might not even take that person home, but you meet people in the club all the time, and you talk. You get you go outside.
Yeah, when I go up there and I go to the bar, and I guess I am saying this from my standpoint. You know me, I love to stay on the dance floor.
The whole time.
So I'm not going somewhere to be like, oh, let's go sit outside while they playing my favorite song on the dance floor.
No,
she not doing it.
No.
It's not happening.
Me, on the other hand, I'm sitting down somewhere in the corner.
Right. She gonna get up for about 3 of her favorite songs, and DJ
better make them
the
rest of the night.
And then the rest of the night, she's sitting pretty
I'm watching
on the sidelines. Me, on the other hand, I'm on the dance floor.
I'm making sure don't no hands get handsy. Don't touch her. Don't touch her.
So with that, like, I guess going back to, do you care if like a man is chivalrous?
Look it up.
Chivalrous.
Look it up.
Chivalrous.
Do you care about chivalry?
Yes, absolutely.
I also care about it.
I want you to hold the door open for me. I want you to pull my chair out. I want you to like when it is cold and you have to put on a coat, and I want you to come up behind me and help me put my coat on.
I care about that on the first date, but now that I'm married and I've been with him for 11 years, I wouldn't really expect that of him now, but it's nice when he does it.
I would want that all the time.
I don't feel like I would. And I say that, and DeMonte does those things. He is that person. I feel like I would want it or expect it more the more we went out or the more we got to know each other.
Yeah.
Like, those little things are like, oh, okay, that was sweet. But the first date, I am on guard.
Yeah.
I'm not a woman. I'm a man.
See, that's how I feel now when I'm married. Like, I'm too really independent. Like, I got it.
I got a rough exterior.
When
I'm in the dating phases, I'm rough. I'm rough and tough. I'm in the mind frame like how I am when I'm with my brothers or my uncles or I'm not a girly girl. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm gonna still be sexy. I'm gonna still be those things. But in my mind, I'm not thinking from a dainty I'm gonna be a sexy strong woman. That's what you're gonna see. And then I could decipher from there how soft I can be or how much of that side I can let you see, because you can't let everybody see that side.
I feel like I need to be, and I don't want to say like, you know, there's a hard line between soft and being hard.
No, I don't think you're like me and Maya at all.
I want to be in my femininity. Like,
I do too.
I want to be there, and I want to stay there.
Soft girl era.
Me being a single mom, I have to be strong all the time.
Yeah.
Even when I don't want to be. So me getting into a relationship with somebody, why would I want to, in just my, you know, situation, show you that I've got to be this strong person and I need you to come in and do that also? I feel like, let me be who I really want to be when I have that person who will love me unconditionally. I want to be soft. I want to be extra feminine because that's who I like to be. So I don't want to. I don't want to show you something else so you can treat me differently.
No,
I want to show you. I want you to help me put my coat on. I want you to pump my gas. I want you to open my car door. I want all of that from the get go.
No, see, that's the thing. I'm not saying I don't want that, but I need you to know also, with today and everything that's going on today, I need you to know I will beat your ass in this parking lot if I have to. Like, I need you to know that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I need you to see that. And then the more I feel like depending on what you let me see from you, because a lot of times you show that and they really can't handle that.
Yeah.
They mama's
I agree with that. Yes.
They not built like that. They not built like they used to be built.
Yeah.
They not built for that. So if you're not built for it tough and you can't take me for it tough, you can't take me in my soft girl era either.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's who I'm going to be all the time, but as I feel you out, I feel like I have a really good gauge of feeling people out and feeling out their energy and sifting energy and knowing how far I can go on which side, how much of my feminine I can let out, or how much of the other side I need to show. Or I feel like it's like a dance. It's like a dance.
Well, you're just protecting yourself too. But I feel like there's a part of me that wants to have that femininity because that's how God made us be.
Yeah.
There are things that men should take care of. They should be chivalrous and open our doors and pump our gas and put our jackets on, pull our chairs out. But then we've come like in this society and like just how I was raised because of the hurts my mom has been through is like be independent.
They're imprinted on
us. And like be that strong woman. You don't need a man. You And I want to be my man. You know what I mean? Like I want like I will do things just because I'm like, oh, this will stroke his ego. Let me tell him I need him to open this jar of pickles.
I need you, please.
Like I can't open this jar of pickles. Oh my God. Like, please, you're so strong. Like I know that will stroke his ego and I don't mind that. And I feel like sometimes you have to do that
Not DeMonte,
in a marriage.
Yes, because it definitely goes both ways. They have to do that to you as well.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's why I'm like so strong on, I'm going to show you my feminine side because that's where I want to be. I'm not going to show you somewhere I don't want to be. I don't want to be in my I'm strong woman era. I can do all the shit by myself. I'm already doing that. But I'm already showing you I can do it by myself because I'm already doing it. So I don't want to keep doing that.
I feel like also a part of being in your soft girl era or soft feminine era, I feel like one of the reasons I feel as though I guard that or I protect that a little more than I used to, it comes from dating. It comes from dating men and showing that vulnerable side and showing that and realizing, oh, they're going to see that as a weakness. The wrong man will exploit that.
Yeah.
The wrong man will pretend like, oh, I have your best interest at heart, come here, and then turn around and be somebody totally different.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I'm on guard at first.
Yeah.
And yes, I want to be that, and I tell you that. But my actions are showing something different. So you like, oh, wait, let me see.
I was going to say, I do want...
But they will show, that will let me know where you are. Because when you go in your soft girl era, you're vulnerable. When you go in your soft girl era, you say things naturally that you wouldn't say if you wouldn't, like, oh yeah, and I like this and I like that and this has happened before, and yeah, I really don't like that. That don't need to be disclosed on the first date. I'm just trying to feel you out as a person. I don't need to let you know that side of me yet. I need to see if I like you as an individual before anything else.
Right, but I feel like that does come into play where you do want to get to know that person really well,
deep down.
Yeah, but and to what you said, there are some things I feel like you don't go, so deep on a first date, and each date that you get to know somebody, or just the talks that you have throughout the day, you get to know somebody better. But I am very much, because of the way I've seen my parents then be married for over 30 years now, and I've seen my grandparents or just other friends of our family, when I've seen them be married, I see people who make compromises, and I see people who are like, that's who they've been this whole time. And the one thing that I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get to a 30-year anniversary, a 50-year anniversary, all of that, I've got to take a little bit of everybody's relationship. So I got to take a little bit of that. I'm very strong. I could do all this shit by myself if I wanted to. And don't fuck with me, because I will go there if I need to. And I'm very much like, okay, I need to be, feminine. I need to be, soft when I want to be, and I need to be able to say that I'm crying and that be okay, and also feel safe and protected. So it's like when I see everybody else's relationship, I'm definitely like, I got to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and mix it together.
Do you know what that's called? The dance. That's the dance.
The dance.
That's the dance of dating. You're marrying all of those different parts of yourself, and you're bringing them out and interchanging them as the conversation goes along. As the conversation takes turns, you're pulling out a different part of yourself. You're dancing with the flow.
But I feel like that's just women in general. Like, we don't have just like one, like, this is just how we are all the time.
Multifaceted.
We have emotions. You have to cater to those emotions, whether you like it or not. That's just how women are. Women are multi-emotional. And I put this in my vows. This is one thing I wanted to say, that in my vows I said, thank you for letting me be a Williams. Like, thank you for like, even though it frustrates you that I act like a Williams, all the Williams women, they've been hurt, they've gone through a lot, and I feel like all the Williams women is just like gone down.
Strong.
We're strong. We're independent. We don't need a man. We want men, but we don't need them.
Run your ass over.
Listen, we take care of shit, and we're not going to sugarcoat anything, and we just are, and then you're there as an accessory. And I mean, that's the truth. And because Elijah knows me so well, he lets me have those moments of independence. Like, okay, yeah, you got it. Yeah, you can do this. Like, whatever. He lets me make those decisions on my own. But then the moments where I do want to be soft, and I'm like, babe, this is a blue chore. You take the trash out. Can I take the trash out? Yes, I can take the trash out. But that's not the point. You need to take the trash out because I've been taking care of this baby all day. Like, your blue chores.
It's a blue chore for me.
I will do the pink chores. You do the blue chores.
The blue pen.
But there are moments where I do need to be soft. You do need to open my door today because I said so. And you need to know that today I'm a little bit more emotional because of whatever. And it is hard for them to judge sometimes. We could switch it up on them real quick. I get that. But as my husband of 2 years, and you've been with me for 11 years, you should know that maybe today's just not the day.
Let me leave her alone today.
Help me out a little bit. Yeah.
Let me leave her alone today before she blows some shit up.
Exactly. Or let me just do this extra thing to make her feel better,
make it a little easier,
because that's all I need.
Make my life easier.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the whole purpose of having a partner.
I'm trying to make your life
is to make it easier. Because if you're gonna make it harder and I'm adding you to my life, there's no need
absolutely
for you to
I am married for a reason, for you to help me. You are a helper. I mean, both of us, we're both helpmates to each other. We are to help each other through this life.
You are elf on the shelf.
But I mean, when you married me, or even when you started dating me, and this is the even first date, you will know this. I am a strong woman. So from the very get-go, you should know in the back of your head, I won't have to do everything for this girl because this girl knows how to carry her own.
Okay.
And I have no problem.
I'm going to get it out the mud.
Yes, like you should want to do everything for her and do things for her, even if she can carry it on her own. But you will know that about me, that I want to carry some things on my own. Like, I want to be able to say, I got this, I can do this, and be strong. Like, I want to learn new things. I want to do this, I want to do that. Not every woman is like that, but you will know that about me.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
Yes.
All right. So we just finished a part 1 of the dating episode, and it got real thick in here. So we are going to do a part 2 of dating. Honestly, we could do a part like 30, because I mean, dating is psycho. But we are definitely going to do a part 2. So you'll definitely want to come back and see that on next week's episode. So we are going to see you in the comments. Let us know what your favorite part of dating is. We want to read those. Yes, and of course, let us know if there's any other topics that you guys want us to talk about. We would love to hear that. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification so you know every time we post a new video. Please. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the Drip Dry Podcast. Those are linked in the description. Definitely go back and watch some of our other episodes. They get pretty funny. We're going to see you guys in the part 2 of dating. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.